Greg, appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
How's graduation been for you from Ohio State, and just kind of building a life and a family outside of basketball?
Uh, Honestly, it's like everybody else. I graduated and was like, what the heck am I gonna do now, you know? But it's been fun, you know, to be able to be a part of that alumni group and actually the retired players, the Players Association, the NBA has given me great opportunities to put myself in positions to further my life and better my life after basketball. Like right now, I work for a financial education company called EduCore. I'm an athlete advisor. We do financial literacy for the NBA. So go around, talk to the teams. One of my colleagues is Antoine Walker, you know, and we just talk to the guys about, you know, learning about their money, being engaged about their money, you know, making better investments, you know, understanding their investments. The president of the company, his name is Drew Haskins, and I was recommended by the NBA and the Players Association. You know, I got out, and when I was done, I just started talking. You know, the NBA and the Players Association gave me opportunities to talk in front of guys on some player panels, and it's gotten me to where I am now. So I hope to build that relationship more and do more things with the NBA and the Players Association.
What's been like your go-to message and advice when you speak to players, other athletes?
Prepare for life after basketball. You know, you never think it's going to be taken away, you know, especially when you're playing and when you're really young. And for me, you know, the injuries took it away. So just be prepared for that. And while you're playing, you're in front of a bunch of billionaires. You know, everybody's looking at you. You want to get in those rooms while you're still playing, because it's tough, you know, to get that meeting with the owner when you're not a player anymore.
Right. You know, when you look back at your draft year, you know, the word, and you even talked about openly the word bust and everything like that, but how do you now, hindsight 2020, look back at that? And obviously you went through, like you said, injuries, but how do you look back at that draft?
I was blessed to be a part of it. I mean, those guys, you know, are still playing. A lot of them are still playing, doing great things outside of basketball as well. And to just be able to say I was a part of that draft class is something I really appreciate. You know, as right now I'm trying to build a life for myself and build something outside of basketball, but I can always look back at that memory of being a part of that history in '07.
What specifically with that draft class you think you hold? Is it players, but what, you know, is there anyone specific with that draft class? Besides your guy Mike, obviously.
I mean, I was gonna say, Mike was in my wedding, but I mean, everybody, you know, seeing what KD's doing, you know, seeing a great career Al, Joe Kim, Jeff Green are doing, you know, Mike, you know, all those guys. Being able to go up there and actually shake Mr. Stern's hand, you know, and may he rest in peace, you know, it was that whole entire experience, you know, that year we all had in college, you know, it was just great. You know, it's a memory that I can always look back and talk about.
Right. But now when you look at, you know, the word bust versus like health, like you talked about, if you hadn't have gotten hurt, you know, what could have been, how do you analyze both of those things? How do you separate both of those things?
I mean, I don't really think about the word bust no more. You know, I got to move forward, you know. Somebody can say whatever they want. All I know is I had bad knees, I had injuries, I wasn't able to play. You know, if it's a bust, it's a bust. But, you know, it's just unfortunate. I mean, dealing with the injuries, you know, dealing with being a young man, not knowing, you know, who I was, you know, dealing with alcoholism, you know, opioid abuse at that time because I'm injured. So I have to take these pills. You know, having all this money at a young age and not knowing how to handle myself. I wasn't mature enough at that time. You know, being depressed, feeling like, you know, I owe the city and I can't physically go out there and actually do what I really set out to do or what I'm here to do. It was a lot that I dealt with, you know. But as I matured, you know, I've been better with it and I've been able to handle it differently.
So now when you look at a guy like Kevin Durant, that's someone that you're always going to be, you know, talked about. What's your advice kind of to him? He's gone through his first major injury, you know, of his career threatening. What's kind of your advice to a guy like that?
If you got a doctor that you trust, therapist that you trust, you know, make sure that y'all have a plan. Make sure you're involved in that plan and make sure you all follow that plan. because the one thing that I feel like I should have did more was be more in tune with my own body. Being able to understand exactly what was going on with my own body and being able to get myself back. And I know he has a team around him to help him with that, and I'm happy for him. I really just want to say good luck, and I can't wait to watch them next season, and they're gonna be good.
I know you've kind of looked past the draft and the comparisons, but how much do you look back at, if you were able to stay healthy, like you guys would still be going at it probably right now as far as 1-2.
I wish, I'm not gonna say I don't look back at it. There's a bunch of YouTube videos I always find myself watching. But
what do you think of when you go back and you look? Yeah, man, I was pretty good. I was pretty nice.
That's exactly what I say. I was all right back in the day, I put them on hoping my daughter was like, "Is that you, Daddy?" I'm like, yeah, I did something back in the day. Nah, it's always fun to look back. I wish I had a longer career. I wish I was able to be out there battling with those guys. But I'm not. Now I just enjoy them as a fan, as a guy who just enjoys the game of basketball. So to see everybody still playing at the highest level, man, I'm so happy, and so honored to have been a part of it. I know it was a younger part of our lives, but just to be linked with KD, what? Who wouldn't want to do that, I picked up the Forbes magazine, the most recent Forbes magazine, the 30 Under 30, and I was just going through and I saw his article, that was the first thing I read, I'm proud of all these guys. I was out in Utah not too long ago and got to hang out with Mike, man, just talk to him about his team and the love that he had. It's great to see everybody.
Appreciate you, Greg.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.